Thank you. Thank you.
Just tell me, how much interaction did you have with the Bucs? And being a defensive tackle at Nebraska, you've probably heard of Ndamukong Suh. So I'm just wondering what it's like to be playing next to that guy.
It was a quick phone call. Spoke to Coach Arians a little bit, and they told me I'd be playing with Sue and Levante David, and it's an honor. It's an honor to play with them. I've looked up to them just being a black shirt for 5 years, and it's awesome. I can't wait to get to work and just learn from both of them.
All right, next up we have Greg Auman.
I just want to ask you what this draft process has been like for you. I don't know where you expected to get drafted, but just what it's like there at the house and what it was like to hear the call from the Bucs there.
The draft process was long. I really didn't know where I was going to get drafted, or at the beginning of this process even drafted at all. But I knew what I was capable of, and once the combine happened, I knew that I'd probably get drafted. It's just a matter of when. But I'm thankful that somebody took a chance on me, and I'm excited and ready to get to work.
All right, next up we have Jenna Lane.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know how familiar you are with Todd Bowles' defense, but he does like to move his defensive linemen around. So where do you see yourself fitting into it?
I see myself at 3 tech, in that range of a 2-eye, 3, 2 in that range. So I can move around. So I'll be able to play anywhere.
Yeah. How much did you move around at Nebraska?
A lot. I played from a 6 to a 5 to a 3 to a 2-eye, a 2, all the way down to a 0. So I played everything in Nebraska.
That's awesome.
Okay, next up we have Luke Easterling.
Hey, Khalil, welcome to Tampa. Congratulations. Obviously, it's exciting for you to know where you're going to be playing, but how hard is it going to be now to not try to, put your 2 cents in and get the Bucs to go get Carlos as well?
I hope they do everything in their power to go get him, because I would love to play with him. But, that's probably not going to happen. But I just hope he gets his chance also.
All right, next up is Mark Cook.
Hey, Khalil, welcome to Tampa Bay. A couple things. First of all, is it true your parents had to install a second refrigerator for you and your brother as you guys were growing up? And secondly, when you look at guys in the NFL, is there somebody that you patterned your game after that plays your position? Somebody you've looked up to and studied on film?
Yes, that is true. They had to get a second refrigerator in their room, and their grocery bill just got way too expensive my senior year because of both of us. It was hard for them to keep up with that, but yeah, they did have to get a second refrigerator.
All right, next up we have Greg Auman.
Hey, Khalil, sorry. I don't know if you know, but there's been a big Big Ten presence. Like all 5 of the Bucs draft picks so far have been Big Ten guys. You played your last game against Iowa. You probably didn't go directly up against Tristan Wirfs, the Iowa tackle. But do you know him? Have you gone up against him at all?
I did go up against him a few times. And I didn't know he was that athletic. I remember watching at the combine, watching his 40. And I said, there's no way he's faster than me. And I said, if I can't run faster than that, then I'm gonna be upset. But I do. He's a great player. But I only went up against him a few times, but he's very athletic.
Okay, next up we have Rick Stroud.
Bill, speaking of athleticism, how does a guy your size run as fast and be as athletic as you are? What do you attribute your skills to?
I did a lot. My parents kept me active as a kid, and I started running track when I was around 9 or 10, competitively, like USA AAU track, before I started to throw. And I did swimming. I was just in a lot of sports that kept me active and always on my feet moving.
Okay, next up we have Jenna Lane.
Khalil, I got to know more about this refrigerator situation. How often were you eating, and what type of meals were you eating to where you had to have 2 refrigerators in your house?
Me and Carlos were on a strict diet of pack of 12 boneless chicken thighs and just a can of corn, and we ate that almost every night. But the packs were like 8, 10, 12, and it was never enough, so we had to get a pack of our own, and they would just stuff the refrigerators with that, and a can of corn and 8 to 9 chicken thighs are gone every day. So
Anybody have anything else? Raise your hand if you have another question. Okay, Greg.
Hey, between you and Carlos, who's the taller, who's the bigger, who's the older?
Carlos is an inch taller, he's bigger, and he's older. So I'm the younger one of the two. So
All right, next up is Jenna.
Sorry, as a follow-up, I got to make sure I get this straight. You're saying that was for the whole day or for one meal?
that was just for one meal.
Oh my gosh. How much did you eat in a day? Any idea? Like how many meals? Like what are we talking?
During football season, so like high school, we only had to eat dinner and sometimes breakfast at the house. So that dinner meal was heavy. It was a lot, and my mom, thank goodness for her, because she was cooking for us and had to cook that a lot for us, and so yeah.
All right, we're going to go David Harrison and then finish with Greg Allman.
Hey, Khalil, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
I see that you have quite a solid body of work as far as volunteering is concerned in your past. Can you kind of talk a little bit about the importance of that to you and some of the opportunities that now being in the NFL might open up for that kind of work?
Yes. I always growing up, I always had a lot of friends around me that did community work. I mean, a lot of my family traditions were doing community work, going to harvesters. That was a big thing here in Kansas City, of going there and handing out cans. We did a lot of service projects during Christmas Eve. We would go feed the homeless, and just throughout my time of high school and to now, I love doing it. I love giving back. And my major was education, human sciences, so I'll be working with kids at some point. And I just love giving back to kids because for me, when I was younger, I was just amazed at the older guys and what it did for me as a kid. I want to do that for other people.
All right, and then our last one's from Greg Allman.
And I just want to ask you, you're at home there. Is that Blue Springs, Missouri? Is that right?
Yes, sir. Blue Springs.
It's just east of Kansas City?
Yes, sir.
I say, hey, congratulations. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Khalil. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.